Okay, so brand new website builder. Now, it is completely different than you already have at your accounts. So it's not an upgrade of the existing website. It is completely new tool, separate tool that we will be launching on the 18th of March, which is I think Tuesday. And you, as I said, it will appear on your left-hand side menu bar as a completely new tool. What's going to happen to your existing website? I will answer that question slightly later. So, first of all, why having a website is essential for reading business? Just the basics. So, of course, building the credibility and professionalism. Business which has a website looks more trustworthy, professional. It shows for the customers that you're actually investing in your business, and obviously that gives a trust for your clients. Also, that increases the visibility and discoverability. So, for instance, if you're managing your CEO very well, if you're running the blogs, and if you're managing all that is related to the SEO with the website, means that you most likely will have the customers discover you on the search engines such as Google, for instance, and that will increase your traffic in your website, and obviously that will increase chances to make sales rather than offering managing your offerings through the social media, for example. So that's just the one channel, whilst versus when you have a website, that also increases the chances to get just a random searches on the search engines. Also, it expands marketing and monetization opportunities. So you can integrate email signups, opportunity to collect leads. Also, it is endless automation opportunity. So you can sell not just for reports, but you can sell the physical, digital products without even touching it. And that's the whole point of the business, because we want to automate it. That means we want to generate more money with less effort. And it provides a central hub of your business, or I would say a home for your business. How many of you started the business and probably sent your customers to other readers' website or other website to generate the chart and then come back to you to provide the reading, for instance? Probably many of the readers start the journey of the readings the same way. So, and it's absolutely fine. But then from your client's perspective, you would think like, why would she send me somewhere else? And why would I buy then or come back to you when I can probably reach out to the customer, to the reader who I'm running the chart at? And because they have a website, they probably, advance the reader. So, that instantly a customer thinks that reader is more trustworthy. And also that unlocks the endless automation opportunities. As I said, reduces the manual tasks, for instance, generating the reports. So when you starting the business, very often our customers got their websites built elsewhere. If you have a microphone unmuted, please mute yourself before the questions and answers time comes. So what I was saying, so very often you probably have let's say reports built elsewhere, and that means that you manually cherry picking pages, combining the reports and sending for the customers. And how many of those reports you can do during the day? Probably just few, because it takes hours to actually combine the PDF manually, which this system, especially if you have a website, even if it's just a landing page, maybe just a home page, about me page in the shop. That's all you need to actually upscale your business and automate the sales and generate the reports within the seconds. Now, what's the difference between the integration versus to the business website that is so coming? Now, if you already have well-established business, well-established and nicely designed website, this business website might look as a downgrade because it still has limited customization options, and I will show you shortly what it has. However, if you're just starting the business, that's a budget version to start the business and launch and have that, as I said, home, the hub to invite your customers, generate a chart, collect the leads, and automate all of the process. Now, but if you are very picky on the branding, for instance, and you like super customized version of the website, and sometimes customers are super focused on the little bits and grits where which element appears, then obviously website builders, this is their main focus. Bodygraph's not main focus to actually build the superior business website. The business website is just an addition to the automation to support our customers. So we are no way comparing to actual high-level business website builders. So if you're looking into super customized and all the effects that website builders are offering, the slides, the glides, the pop-ups, and all that kind of thing, then integration to the different websites, and most of the website builders support our chart integration. That probably is the best option to go with. But if you're looking for that budget version and you're fine, it does allow you to customize it. Of course, I will show you shortly how you can customize it. Then new coming business website is the good choice. Now, just as with any other tools probably, and you had to agree to the terms and conditions before using the statistics and other tools. Before you will start using the this business website, you will have to agree to the terms and conditions, while the exact terms and conditions are still being worked on, and we're preparing all the wording so it's nicely laid out and understood. Main thing is to understand that this website is designed by you, so we don't provide a service in actually designing your website. It's your full responsibility, and of course it's your responsibility to make sure that content on the website is not in any way illegal or stolen or violating any copyrights from any other readers. So this is your full responsibility to take care of this website and make sure that it is not breaking any laws. So let's go and have a look right now into the website. So when it's going to go live, the website will appear on the menu bar just as the existing business website right now. Now, before I go into the existing, the new website, I will answer the question, what's going to happen with this website? Now, this website is going to be discontinued. The deadline will be 1st of July this year, 2025. So it's going to be pretty much, I think, 4 months right now time to easily transition to the new business website. So there will be ready-made templates as well. There will be a template very similar to existing layout of existing business website. So all you will need to do just probably copy and paste of the content into the new website and connect all of the dots basically, because you will not need to connect anything from scratch, maybe just the payment methods, because payment methods through the business website is connected right now at the dashboard, while versus to this website, you will need to connect payment method directly to the Bodygraph. And the beauty of this new website that you will be able to offer for the customers choice of which payment method they want to go through, whether it's a Stripe or the PayPal. So business website, once you will open, you will have a choice of the one website that is included. Now, this is the upgrade from the previous version, that you will be able to have multiple websites. Now, customers, I've been asked previously, the customer, what is the point to have multiple websites? Well, the answer is maybe you're running the separate, for example, niche readings, and you want to separate because ideally your website should speak to the niche, all the content, all the articles, because that improves the visibility and discoverability on the search engines. So you might want to have the two different websites for your customers to access. And another reason, if you're running multi-language business, so for instance, you want one website in English language and one, let's say, in Spanish language, that's also the reason why would you like to have an additional website. So this website builder will allow you to have multiple websites without issues. One website is included into your subscription price, and additional websites will be based on the subscription, and the subscription will be $95 per month. So let's go ahead and have a look how the setup will look like. So first, when you will start the setup, you will see this the guide which will tell you how far ahead you are with completing your website. And upon the setup, start of the setup of the business, just as the previous website, you will be given auto-generated free domain. And it's absolutely okay to start your business with a free domain. This is the link that you would be sharing with your clients to find your website. Now, if you want to upgrade, obviously, your business, you can link it with your own domain. And now the difference with this linking domain is the process is the same. You would purchase the domain, input your domain exactly as you purchased here, and then go into your DNS, your domain provider's DNS records, and link record A to the IP address, which will appear here when you will input your domain. Simple as that. If you will have questions, of course, you can reach out to support and we will assist you further with that. Now, the difference here is the previously website. Usually, if the domain is not linking, there are some issues, then website suddenly stops working. So let's just say you're starting your business with the given domain, and you suddenly decide, okay, it's time for me to upgrade and go professional. So you buy your professional domain name. While you're linking it, your website will not stop working. So this domain will still perform, and your website with this link still will be accessible, and you can start using your official domain whenever you are certain that it's linked. And when you input, for example, your domain into the search field or into HTML field, then it's discovered. That means it's fully linked. Then you can flip the link anywhere on your social media or anywhere else that used the original domain previously. So when you start with the setup, now as I said, you can select a multi-option of the checkout options, and you can select, for example, Stripe and the PayPal together. So customers will be able to choose at the checkout which payment method they want to use when they purchase your reports or any services. You can also start straight away adding the products. That's not necessity at the beginning, especially if you haven't built the reports just yet, because at the later date, you will see the products listing here, and you will be able to add the new products and also manage the categories or attach the tags to the categories, for instance. I will show you slightly later why those categories matter and what do they do. Moving forward, you also can connect the newsletter directly to the website settings. Now, this is not linking the chart calculator. So chart calculator newsletter connection does not change. You would connect the My Apps here. You would go into your embed code and connect the app through the app section so that actual submission form picks up the email field picks up that connection and sends the submissions from your form directly to your newsletter. This newsletter connection connects actually the fields that you are in can add to your website, such as to subscribe, for example, to the newsletter. So it does not collect actually any human design or astrology information here, but it collects the lead, purely plain lead, email of the customer. So that connection allows you to send to one of those newsletter platforms as well that you use through the integration as well. And that's it. And then you can move forward and start designing your website. There are additional settings. For instance, at the website settings, there is a domain here, and also the important setting that you can attach, for example, GTAG. Now, for those who don't know, GTAG can be generated at Google Analytics. So you can, it's like literally the code or the link that you would generate, and you can attach it here. So at the Google Analytics, you will be able to track the performance of the website, like traffic, how many visitors you have. So if you super specific, and it's highly advisable to track what's going on into your website, of course, and you can add that DHT tag and check what's happening at your website. Also, at the backend of your website, you can start creating the blog post. And if you have your blog post built elsewhere already, somewhere, whether it is, I don't know, on a social media, on your already existing website, on the previous business website, then you can start creating the blog posts, adding the content, copying and pasting. That's the fastest way, saving it. So when the website will go live, if you will add it to your website, then you can straightway publish the blog posts as well. Also, there will be, as I mentioned, templates. Currently, bear in mind, I'm at the testing mode, so it's still work in progress. There will be some more settings that you will see on the 18th when your actual website will be launched. So I have some settings missing, but I will mention what's slightly going to change. And here you will see some templates. Some templates will be free for you to install and choose. So it's going to speed up the process of the business website launch. And eventually, of course, we will offer as well the premium templates, which will cost some money. So that will be super nicely designed websites, which obviously our team will invest the time to create something that is popular or trendy, let's say. And then the last but not least is the page editor. Page editor is super simple. Now, what's the significant difference from the existing website is that this website, obviously, it's not on the WordPress, built or not on the WordPress, and I heard loads of comments on our website that is too WordPressy, and I know what you mean. It's super technical. Well, this gives you similar experience as a drag and drop. Well, it's not really drag and drop, but you can add the sections. So for instance, I'm right now at the homepage editor, meaning I can, for example, click on the section and then I can add the blocks, the navigations, heroes. Now, this list obviously will be topped up with additional sections. We're launching with the basic sections at the moment, but for sure we will upload more sections for you to choose from. But at the moment, there are a lot of content, about me sections, contact forms, testimonial sections that you can build the website from. So this website is built entirely from those sections. You can change the content, the wording, the background, and also the additional settings will be here to change the background color of each section. So that's coming as well, and you can change within the section. You cannot change the layout within the section. Now, why is the reason why we build this website through the sections? It's easier to build the website this way for our customers who very often saying, I'm not tech savvy. Plus, when we're building the sections, we're ensuring that they are mobile phone compatible. So if we will give you complete freedom to move things around, more chances that the mistakes will be done, the website will be misaligned, will not appear nicely on the mobile phones or the smaller screens or the bigger screens. So we're basically building the foolproof website builder that will prevent that from happening. So we're giving the list of the sections to build a website from. Now, this is like a very quick website that I built just for you to show how it works. So let's go through the menu and quick settings, what is there. So obviously you can choose the page settings, and this is the CEO settings that you can add, for example, a slug or change the slug, or also the add the descriptions. That is as well important for discoverability on the search engine. So that's something that you can add if you wanted to. So pages allows you to go through the pages list and access the editor of each page. It's categorized list in depth. So custom, that means which you added as a custom pages. Then static, such as home, shop, just the default, let's say, pages which you can click on and start editing. Duplicate, for example, page if you want to keep the consistency or the same layout and make just the different adjustments for different, for example, content. Legal pages such as privacy policies, terms and conditions, and so on. Now, also we have a drop-down menu. Now we probably will change it. At the moment, it basically shows the slug of the page. What does it mean, slug? So basically your domain / and the slug of the page. So if the slug of the home page will be /home. So that means you can click on that particular page. Let's say I will go right now, I want to edit shop. So I will find a shop, I will click on a shop and go to the shop editor and start editing my shop, right? So now you might have a menu named differently and you will say like, oh, which slug I should open to actually edit it. That's no problem. Open the menu, have a look, or your menu, you can rearrange the menu order. You can also check which slug attached or which page attached to which, for example, menu listing, and then you know which page to go to make some adjustments and changes. Design list applies the changes throughout all of the websites. So for instance, if you want a body background, body link colors, the input colors, fonts, font sizes, button styles and colors, and menu item colors. Also, you can choose how wide your website appears. So either it's a full screen from the left to the right. Is it slightly reduced size, Excel, narrow way, just the middle of the screen is actually where the content presented. So that's option to choose. And when you will click update, these settings will apply throughout all of the website. Now also on the pages individually, you can go ahead and make changes on each section separately. So for instance, for the heading or for the menu, you can make it sticky. What does it mean sticky? That you can, once you will be sliding through your website, so your website will remain, will slide together. So for example, right now I don't have sticky enabled. That's why when I'm scrolling down, I can no longer, for example, see my menu. So that's one setting. And let's move across probably some differences of the sections that are available. Some sections that are available, most important sections that are available is probably your About Me section. So it's pretty straightforward, the About Me section or header. Once you will click and add the header section, for example, which is hero. The only thing that you will need to change is the background image and the wording, what it says. So it's not super complicated. Now, also on the chart generator section, there will be a section here to choose the chart URL. So that's if you want to, for example, form appear on the home page, but the result of the chart to expand on completely different page. So that's possible to set up, and you can create completely custom landing page, which will include maybe upsells, invitations to schedule meeting with you or anything else. Also, these settings will have a little bit more choices here. So these settings will allow you which embed code you want that chart generator to be linked with. So that will pick up your design that it is attached to your integration, and also other settings such as email app connection if you want to collect emails from here. So it is still being worked on. Some, as I mentioned earlier, some settings are still not visible at this testing website and will be launched on the 18th. So all of these sections are pretty straightforward, but when you will start, for example, editing services, I think, one second, let me just go to the services. I will show you how it looks like. Now, also important thing to note, every single time when you're making some changes, you saving is just for your observation at the back end. So if you want that particular page updates to go live, you will need to publish it. Also, publish button probably will be updated. So we will create a drop down later on, which will allow to update the publish all the changes that you made across all the pages. At the moment, individually, once you, for example, created the page, you're happy how it looks like, save it, and as you can see, it's auto saves as well, and you can publish the changes that you did. You can choose exactly where the call to action buttons go. So the services, for example, that was I wanted to show. Yes, this is just the text boxes, so you can easily change your offerings and what you want to include. Now, this section that I added is my choice. Of course, you can go ahead and choose the offerings in the different layouts. So this is a pricing listing, and there are several layouts to choose from, which will be again customizable, so you can change the backgrounds and all that kind of thing. But most importantly, that you can decide what button says and where it takes the customer to. So for instance, maybe you want to offer the reading session, so that means you can direct the customer to, I don't know, your Calendly booking calendar or your Zoom booking calendar. So that's fully customizable. And the biggest probably section editing that is important is related to the shop. So now this website will allow you to sell both reports and your individual products, digital or the physical products. So it's possible to sell it through this website. Now, when I mentioned previously that you added the categories of the products or the tags of the product. So when you're adding the product section, for example, which is, one second, not the pricing, but reading reports. So there are several layouts that you can choose from. And then it's important setting is whether you linking it to specific the tag, the product list. So that means the list that will go live, for example, at the shop will be linked to my listed products with their images and all of that information. That's what my live website. And this is exactly that I linked with the products with my updates. Now, the second, this is not the exact replica. When it comes to the products, this is not exact visualization of how your listing will look like. So you need to go to preview and have a look how it looks like. So basically the products will link to your information and the images that are attached to the tag when you will attach that tag to the specific section. Now, if you want to sell your simple products, then you don't need to attach any tag, and there will be option to, of course, upload your own images here. Decide where call to action button will take again. So that's will be looking different. As you can see, the exactly same section. One is linked to my report listings and picks up their information, and another one, since I did not edit, does not pick the information. And additional settings such as frequently asked questions, so very beneficial to have it, especially at the shop. For example, if you want to answer like how quickly the report will be delivered, does the report links that coming to the email expire? Answer is no. So you can put that into your frequently asked questions and answers. So the valuable section as well to add. Loads of subsection. Of course, I will not show all of the possible sections that the website has. Also, the contact form. The contact form initially will show the notification on the dashboard. So we will make the notification somewhere here, as developers told me, and you will see the message that the customer sent you. And in the future, we plan it to link it to the email address, so that email notification also sent to your email once someone fills the form. Yeah, the checkout process okay, let me just go and try, for example, to add any of the products. My products are not paid, so I will not be able to show how the paid product will be processed, but I will show you with the free, for example. So that's the free, again, with the freebie, it has to go through the checkout, but customer will not need to, what did I do? The name of the, okay. Customer does not need to, for example, provide any card details for the freebie. And when they will go to the checkout, they will just see the name, email, some notes for the delivery and checkout. That's it. Versus if it's going to be paid, not free, then it will pop up the payment option, the Stripe, the PayPal, with how many checkout options you will provide. Also, since I'm here, I recognize, so if I have as well social media listed on at the footer, there is no option to move them around. But what you can do with the social media listing, so as long as you have those tags will appear on, for example, on the footer, if your section includes them, if you have social media linked here. So you can choose to link your X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok here, and provide the links, so that will direct customer to your social media if you wanted to. Couple of more settings, especially at the checkout, there will be that's very important for customers who will be launching this website in different language. So most of the translations can be manually, obviously, done at the text boxes itself. Also, we have an AI assistant which helps you to translate for certain list of the languages. Also, it helps you to, for example, change the tone of the text, the style of the text, and improve the writing, for example, make it shorter, make it longer, summarize it. So this is the assistant that helps you to work with the text content on your website. But there are some little bits and grits that are not translatable, such as, for example, remove button or free or this name, date, and location on the product listing. Not translatable, I mean, this checkout page is not editable to that level or that degree that is translatable, but we will include the additional probably tool here, which will say translations, and that specifically will hold all those little bits and bits that I mentioned that you can translate and use in a different language. So, and yeah, this is it. So this is how the business website looks like. Obviously, I just very quickly created this website 2 days ago, I guess. I started testing it, and it took for me, I don't know, 5 minutes to drop everything in what you see. One article, several reading reports. Of course, it's not fully completed website, but it is possible to launch and create this website very, very quickly, so you can offer the customers the home or the place to actually generate the charts and to buy some reports. And if you are new to this, or if you're watching this video recording slightly later and you're thinking if it's worth subscribing, so yes, you have already website included in your subscription. And the good thing is that if you want to sell something straight away, to have listing at the shop, the Bodygraph offers some of the free templates for you to use, such as health, relationships, some couples readings, and in-depth, I would say quite good mid-range report, Midnight Dunes, and quantum human design lead magnets and detailed reports, which can be listed at your shop in no time. So you will have quite few reports to sell, let alone the Midnight Dunes is quite good mid-range report, easily can be sold for about $50 or more, with the slight adjustments to match your branding. And a couple of the reports, which is totally achievable, and that will pay back your subscription price. Also, the last but not least, there is an option, login option on the website. This is a smart login option for the customer, for your customer. They will, it's happening through the magic link. So customer will need to include, input their link, their email, and they will receive the magic link where they will be able to access their listings, for example, the previous purchase reports. That list never goes away. So that means that customer, if they purchased the report, lost it or deleted at their mobile device or deleted at their laptop, they can come back to your website, log in with their email, and access the reports to download. So that, again, that removes the big chunk of the customer support for you. If they will say, I don't know, something happened with my browser, I didn't get to download the report or something went wrong. So they can access the account and see if there is a download there and download it again to their device. Okay, so this is it. And as I said, if there is a question, is it going to be improved? Absolutely. There is no such a ending point in the Bodygraph. If you've been with us for a while, you know that we're changing in a significant speed, and no exception is this website. Of course, we will be working on providing more ready-made templates, more sections, so you would include even more customizations. We're also planning to include additional tags, so you could actually embed, let's say, your booking calendars directly onto the website. So those little improvements for sure coming in the future. So this is not the complete. There is no such a thing in the Bodygraph as complete tool. We always find the ways how to improve it, how to grow together with your business, so that we offer more for you. That means you can offer more for your customers.